If you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness. Life's too short to hang out with people who aren't resourceful. A brand for a company is like a reputation for a person. You earn reputation by trying to do hard things well. One of the only ways to get out of tight box is to invent your way out. What we need to do is always lean into the future, when the world changes around you and when it changes against you. What used to be a tailwind is now a headwind. You have to lean into that and figure out what to do because complaining isn't a strategy. It's hard to remember for you guys, but for me, it's like yesterday I was driving the packages to the post office myself and hoping one day we could afford a forklift. I like treating things as if they're small. You know, Amazon, even though it is a large company, I wanted to have the heart and spirit of a small one. Focus on cost improvement makes it possible for us to afford lower prices, which drives growth. Growth spreads fixed costs across more sales, reducing cost per unit, which makes possible more price reductions. Customers like this, and it's good for shareholders. Please expect us to repeat this loop. The balance of power is shifting toward consumers and away from companies. The right way to respond to this, if you are a company, is to put the vast majority of your energy, attention, and dollars into building a great product or service and put a smaller amount into shouting about it, marketing it. The great thing about fact-based decisions is that they overrule the hierarchy. Market leadership can translate directly to higher revenue, higher profitability, greater capital velocity, and correspondingly stronger returns on invested capital. The killer app that got the world ready for appliances was the light bulb. So the light bulb is what wired the world. And they weren't thinking about appliances when they wired the world. They were really thinking about, they weren't putting electricity into the home. They were putting lighting into the home. The common questions that gets asked in business is, why? That's a good question. But an equally valid question is, why not? If you don't understand the details of your business, you are going to fail. My own view is that every company requires a long-term view. A company shouldn't get addicted to being shiny, because shiny doesn't last. A word about corporate cultures, for better or worse, they are enduring, stable, hard to change. They can be a source of advantage or disadvantage. You can write down your corporate culture, but when you do so, you're discovering it, uncovering it, not creating it. The reason cultures are so stable in time is because people self-select. I'd rather interview 50 people and not hire anyone than hire the wrong person. I knew that if I failed, I wouldn't regret it. But I knew the one thing I might regret is not trying. The most important single thing is to focus obsessively on the customer. Our goal is to be Earth's most customer-centric company. If you're good at course correcting, being wrong may be less costly than you think, whereas being slow is going to be expensive for sure. All of my best decisions in business and in life have been made with heart, intuition, guts, not analysis. If you can make a decision with analysis, you should do so. But it turns out in life that your most important decisions are always made with instinct and intuition, taste, heart. I believe you have to be willing to be misunderstood if you're going to innovate.